Hello everyone, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic evening where we are in the world. It's currently 9 p.m. Thursday the 20th, 2025, and we've got some ozfortress 6's autumn season 42 about to come your way. Witness Gaming and the Blue Eyes White Dragon Squad. That's actually not the
BLG. I think you've read it.
Yeah, no, you know why? Because I've gone back to last week's one. That's why when I was reading.
Anyway, Witness Gaming versus BLG. Obviously, we've got a really, really good matchup here. I have literally just got back from China 8 hours, God knows how many hours ago. I've slept for probably 3 hours. I'm pretty wide awake, but anyway, I think, we have a really, really close game on our hands. It's first versus second seed, and for those obviously unaware, with Prem this season, it is a round robin, and obviously, coincidentally, both these teams are facing each other in the second week. They did win the previous week games pretty convincingly, but yeah, I think we have a banger of a game coming up. I guess if you want to run through BLG, and I can take us through WG.
Sure. I'd be happy to take us through BLG, the team I was definitely looking at beforehand and not last week's one. So, the 6 players we have that are on the card for this evening, they would be coming on the big screen. Did we mention that the entirety of TF2 is broken and we have no graphics available for this game? Pretty cool, I know. So, we just go back to the classic tried and true, which is reading things out loud, as it would be. Our combo scout for BLG, Dak. Our flank scout is Trev. Roba is the Robo, also known as Mr. Sheep. Then, of course, we have Taekyon as the Pocket. Demo is Daz, and Medic is Atten. That is your BLG squad. They are all locked in there, ready to go. But to get through this one,
I mean, that's what I'm assuming it is, because that's obviously from the last week game. But obviously, moving to the side of WG, who I think definitely come in as probably massive favorites. This definitely can go 1-for-1 as well. After this, obviously, we should probably mention maps soon. But quickly, roster for WG is Combo Scout is Cookie, Flank Scout Silvo, Roma Down, Pocket Connor, Demo Enrith, Medic Lau. Again, this is your team that will be going to that Denver land to represent Australia, coming up soon. However, though, I think we do have 2 exciting maps as well. We do have Process and Sunshine. Again, 2 very staple maps of Team Fortress 2. And yeah, can't wait to see what happens. Again, I think it can go 1-for-1, definitely. But realistically, I think people do see WG being how they are, and they are scrimming quite frequently, while the side of BLG, not so much, more of a friend sort of team and just sort of having sort of fun. So I think, realistically, WG definitely come as favorites. But then again, BLG do have some really good players that can definitely keep up. I think the only player on the side of BLG that is an up-and-comer who isn't really known at the top end is probably Trev. He's a really experienced player, really good DM, but however, he's surrounded with, again, quite experienced players. I mean, Taken you could put there as well. It's sort of second or third season, I guess, in this topper Prem sort of area, but otherwise, I think we do have a game on our hands.
And that's all we can ask for, a game. So we can see some fantastic play from both of these sides. Again, first and second seed. And I think that's the dangerous ones. When you look at the BLG roster, as you said, they're a collective. They're not scrimming as much, but that just means they've got the power of friendship. And the power of friendship is very powerful when it comes to a scrim team. I think they've got a good chance. Again, I hope it's the 1-1, but again, it wouldn't surprise me if we do see a 2-0. I think from either side, honestly, it really is who's connected, who's online, who is locked in, because we've had the slight delay as well. So who does that affect? I mean, some of these people do have bedtime curfews. Mother and father are going to be coming in very shortly and telling them, look, TF2 is a fun game and all, but you've got to get your 8 hours sleep in. So I think that's a be on the mind of a couple of the lads here. So it'll be interesting to see if that does affect everyone. Excited, jumping up and down. I can't wait for it. And here we go. Witness Gaming, BLG, your number 1 and 2 ranked teams here for your ozfortress. Let's see how this one gets underway as Daz first at cab off the rank as he sits back. 85 HP. Look at these stickies. Beautiful. Flying in. Even got himself a nice little Australian there as they continue to fight in towards the middle, waiting for this first point. Who finds this first pick as they're all just waiting back and forth. There, Daz once again finding the middle bits. Connor and Cookie are the ones doing damage down just like that. Witness Gaming. Oh boy, that is a lot of damage. Lots of early kills. And well, BLG don't even get a real chance to respond. There was a few. Witness, they're going to take everything over. Yeah, I think they'd be pretty happy with how things went there.
I mean, you can show why Witness Gaming are your number. Yeah, they're already at Spawn camping, locking them up. Obviously, second push of Cap shortly, fully Brad as well, so they can pop the Uber if need be. But yeah, look, they're already locking down the Spawn. Yeah, so caught in as well, and you can especially tell with that mid bomb. However, though, few low HP players, and Uber does get popped out there on the side of Witness Gaming here, and looks like, yeah, Cookie actually cleaning up really well. Does take down Daz in the process. However, Daz does take down Enrif though, and the point is now free for capture, which they are on, and that is round 1 to the side of Witness Gaming. So really, really clean mid by them, and especially you could tell with the, just waiting for the double soldier bomb to come out and then just sort of clean up on it, and you can tell why we're sending them to land, and yep, really, really well executed mid by the side of WG.
Pretty nice stuff, all things considered, and a pretty quick round there as we get reset in for the second here, and it's going to be, again, BLG sort of starting a little bit later. Again, Witness Gaming already completely over towards the point there as Connor diving in from the bank, trying to get in towards this middle section as well. They look to go in this roam here, down getting a few rockets in there. Hungry for eggs, got to be incredibly careful. He's down to just 6 HP on the other side. Heals back up again. Just the waiting, hoping Connor looks to get that dive in as they try to get towards the med at the back. He's going to take a bit of damage himself, but again, it's the grouping. They've got in the situation, and the other one from down, beautifully done. Silver with the trade back as well, but Daz and Trev leave it in the 4v4. Still an opportunity here, and a tense is going to be lost there in from the med. They still trade this one as Take dives in, and while it's a better showing in the mid fight, unfortunately it won't be enough there for BLG. They will be knocked away, and once again Witness Gaming, bit more of a fight that time, but they will have the opportunity to take mid and start their way on towards that 4th point.
Yeah, really good milk by Laudo at the end there, and however, though, we do see Sheep on the sniper playing from door 1, and he's already spotted, and he has to get forced back here, so unfortunately can't go for a pick. But one thing really that was really clean on that mid was definitely just how BLG, Witness Gaming just sort of bomb faded away, and the thing is, though, BLG just took sort of no aggression. They were all clumped up, and they just ate so much damage. But as we say this push, though, Cookie does get taken out by a trap. However, though, delaying it slightly, still playing out, and they lose another play being Connor, so not ideal for the side of Witness Gaming. So they are probably delayed here a bit, and they are still looking to take it, which is the call. And the Uber does get popped out though onto Silvo. Taking the last with only players coming up now. They do manage to get a gun in the process, and Daz is still alive, and the Pyro is still alive as well, getting some time under the point. Silver is now trying to keep it alive. Loudest get taken down in the process, and unfortunately though, the push doesn't go too well for the side of WG, losing 2 players really early on, so it delayed them, and yeah, unfortunately, no clean win for them there, and Daz get taken out in the process.
Yeah, so that's going to be a bit late one there, which I witnessed a little bit. They'll still should be ready mostly for their mid-fight. I don't know if they'll completely want to contest it, but nice stuff from BLG. I mean, the sentry going down, but there was so much for the Uber that was put in just to try and get rid of that. And then, unfortunately, they couldn't find the picks on top of it. They will take these first fights in. Emmerich is going to find that Cookie's going to be late back into this fight, but it's now technically still left in the 5v5. And if they get moving on that scout, it's going to be actually sitting nicely here for Witness Gaming. BLG trying to get their first sort of take here in towards mid, work in towards their opponent's side. And here is that Uber Hungry Eggs, and on to Lau as well. That's the med drop. That is mid take, and finally they get it rolling in their direction. A couple of wins in a row in these fights. Connor finally going down as well. And they're still wanting to try and take this. They're still wanting to delay as long as possible. Down will be dropped. Cookie does actually get a 10 before Robo takes them out. So that's actually not too bad in the end there for Witness Gaming, because it means it'll just hold off BG for a little here. But at the same time, they should realistically be able to take this 4th one. Might be held with a bit more resistance, but in the end, it's just, yeah. You hand it over. Oh, as I say that, Emmerich pops on out, and now they're gone. Oh, that is unfortunate. Witness Gaming, they will be able to take that one around, and then grabbing Trev, and just when you think BLG get themselves a little bit of a run together, it's snatched away.
Yeah, the Devon Atton really late doesn't really help. Quite a bit of a market Gardner attempt going on, and yeah, Sheep gets taken down. But Atton gets, I think he eats a few stickies or something, and he gets taken down really, really low. And then obviously Cookie needs to clean up, and they gives full Uberad for the side of WG. I think that was a bit of a mistake, to be honest. I thought Lau was going to exit through IT, but then chose through choke, and he just gets chased down. He might have been a missed ball, or who knows. And down, unfortunately, just getting sticky synced. But full Uberad. Sorry, Uber ad for the side of WG, however, it is fading really quickly. So whether they choose to take it, I think it might just even out soon, and it will be a trade at some point. Trev on the sniper in forwards, waiting for a soldier fast bomb, and Uber is coming up on the side of BLG. So even Ubers, it looks like, yeah, we are in a stalemate. However, WG look like they are opting to go through sewers, getting a bit of spam, and see if their soldiers can get anything done through choke.
That's a lot of hope for Enrith getting these nades. Just the stickies trying to get them on towards that point, looking to see if they can grab some early damage in, allow the soldiers to jump on the other side. We do see an attempt that looked like there was going to be the dive coming in from the other side there. It was looking like Robo could be going in for that flank, but doesn't come to fruition, at least in the meantime. They're still just waiting, holding. It's just who really realistically loses that first player and who gives himself up, and they get a little bit out of position. And maybe even that first Uber tap as well, continuing to be just a standstill on this one here, slowly creeping their way forward at the moment with this gaming. Again, the stickies laying out pretty decently there. Fight from Enrith. The Cookies, the first one there. Daz falls down. Silver gets Trevor, while Hungry finds at least one. It's going to be down to finish off Robo again. They get these positions together. If they get really quickly here, they only lost to one player. And with Take on as well, they are just going to start rushing in towards this last point, looking to try and get the med. If they can get that as well, that'd be big. Just force an Uber out on the other side as Cookie Financial finishes that one off. They force out the med. Hungry for Exo does find that first one nicely. So Connor gone. They do have that Uber advantage now, but it's just depending if they want to keep going on this one. 5 players. I think they might, though. They look like they're keen to go in for this one.
Yeah, they do take it in there, and looks like they are just, forcing Ananda is definitely what you need to do. And yeah, full Uber ad, they do take down the demo and the Pyroda, and then capping the point. This should be a second goal for WG. So really, really good last push. So Connor obviously bombing in there to just sort of having Atten has to pop the Uber, otherwise he'll drop Hungry. And then that second was very back, more just both teams spamming, but WG just slowly getting ground, and obviously BLG obviously not opting to sort of like bomb or fade away, try to pressure them away. Otherwise, I think a trade probably would have been better for the side of BLG there. However, though, yeah, new round, see what happens on this new bid.
Love to try and get something going here, BLG, in this first fight. Try and get themselves in the lead for one of these ones. They've been close. They almost took a 4-point the last game, but they had what seemingly was a bit of an ad, but just didn't really convert into their favour afterwards, and then it was just a matter of time for the next one to fall on there. Again, this fight for the first one, 10's being bombed from the side. Connor comes in, finds that one, will be traded out, but that is the med gone, and that is all you'd be asking for if you're a Witness Gaming. Silvo taking this fighting close, actually going to be jumped on. I was hungry for X, and Trev doing the damage there. Roba trying to come in from behind as well. Doesn't quite get the med. He was looking for that market gardener. In fact, there was 2 market gardeners coming out. They don't hit. And just like that, with the skirmisher, this one down. Just playing with his food a little. They'll go back towards this mid side as Hungry for Eggs falling to Cookie. And once again with this game, he got a little bit crazy once again in mid. I'll get this one forth. And now they've got that Uber out as well, which is going to be a bit of a problem here for the BLG squad. And yeah, they're not even going to need to get a chance to contest. They'll just be pretty much sticking towards this last point here.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good survivability by Lau there. Obviously, both soldiers committing for it, and yeah, WG just doing a really good job from Lau. Full Uber ad now. They do spot the sniper. I think they just need to use Rigor, which is the call here. Really good damage though, and unfortunately, no Brad though coming into the favor of WG, and three plays going down for the side of BLG here, and this should be around there. Yeah, just one player, Robo versus the world. I don't think he can really stop this point. It'd be surprising if he can. And
they forgot to take it.
I say that, I think they forgot the objective. So, that's a bit awkward, but
sometimes you just like to extend the round. You just, we do a little trolling, but maybe they've done too much trolling. Down does grab Roba, and they will be able to come back out. Trev's managed to find one. Take this. Emrith, Silvo, go dash. Pull him out, son. Hit the stickies. Does for the first. Almost a second. And Ted's pulling it in as well. Perhaps they've done it. Saved themselves. But Connor, the last one, surviving. And he saved some red faces there because with this gaming, almost a little too crazy. A
little bit too fast there, and obviously almost a costly mistake. However, Connor does manage to take the round win there, and obviously a win to win. However, though, BLG now opting for a sniper to mid being on Sheep, so obviously one soldier being tacky on. So curious to see how this sort of plays out here. Obviously, Sheep probably playing back on their side, probably choking or just a little bit out, but yeah, obviously now scoped up on the sniper. So curious to see what this entails.
Once again, this mid-fight here, we do see Roba Sniper coming out, trying to see if they can find anything here. They're in a decent position this backside. So many flying soldiers around, and those flying soldiers doing the damage down once again with the damage there. Cookie and now Roba. He's got scouts, soldiers. Oh my lord, it's like a living nightmare he's seeing at the moment as he's jumped down. It is absolute destruction.
I just see yeah, I think it's
That's a good freeze frame, that one. Yeah.
I don't know if you're watching in third person, but I just see 4 people bomb Sheep. Sheep is just getting run at. However, Atten staying alive though is kind of good here, and even Ubers for the round here for both sides. And obviously, second point being under full control by WG here. However, wouldn't surprise me though if BLG do some sort of really crazy tech. Again, Sheep staying on that sniper though, so obviously looking to opt peek from door once you get any pick. Unfortunately, no connection there. Does spot the Enrif and I believe one of the soldiers, and does take down though in the process there, and the Uber does get popped out, and it does become a trade though. Slightly better though for the side of WG, and WG obviously opting to run there. Sheep getting taken down in the process, and yeah, they're just cleaning up. Yeah, frags. Daz trying to save the world. Trying to go for some sort of trying to go for clip. Unfortunately, nothing connects. 4-0 the side of WG.
Yeah, they're just showing up at the moment, WG. They've been waiting for this game to get underway, and they have not disappointed with some of these takes so far. It's been complete destruction as we sit at 4-0. They're just one away from taking this first map. BLG, they've had their moments, but they need to start finding something right now. It's going to be the snipers changed off. We're back to just the classic sixes, the bread and butter of what we usually see from all these squads. But now, can they try and turn this one around here? Again, it's these bombs in. Connor, Cookie with a follow-up. Take is actually able to find a couple here. They're backed up by Trev. Silvio with the trade back on towards Trev, though. Left in a 3v2 situation. They've got an opportunity. The opportunity, though, just when you think it might be presented, it all fades away. Hungry does get Enrith, but that's really not going to matter at this point. Witness Gaming will take the midpoint. Daz could dive back in if he wanted to. He's just going to hang around. And Witness, they'll have to wait. They should have a chance at least to hold towards his 4-point now BLG, but it seems like the same old story in mid so far.
We do see crits coming up on Lau, and obviously dying earlier, now having come up with basically crits added, Atten obviously dying quite late there, but that's the first mid I've seen Lau actually die, and again, very scrappy, but unfortunately WG still win it in the end when it comes down to that very last 1v1 fight. And with this crits add though, looks like we are opting to see a sewer push here coming out from the side of WG, so I'm not sure if Atten is aware, but this crits is coming up shortly, and it wouldn't surprise me if we do see some really nice frags. Good to see soldiers obviously have to make a bit of space here, but now crits is up, and it does get popped out by Enrif. Can he connect though with anything on it? Just trying to go for some snipes here. Nothing coming out, no frags yet with this crits, and still though, Lau getting tagged incredibly. Just spot the shovel, unfortunately. Lau surviving on 40 HP, really nice dodging, and yeah, unfortunately no connection with the crits. However, Uber almost coming out though for the side of BLG here.
Oh god, yo, Silvo, hello? My man just cleaned absolute house there. Pretty much 6 on the shot.
Daz, but Uber does come out on BLG. One thing note on that mid though, I want to point out is Daz, I think, actually sort of stuffed up his rally. He was a little bit slow, and Enrif coming in fast, able to get some really nice spam into that choke here. But however, Uber add though for the side of BLG. However, crits will be coming up shortly though for the side of WG.
Now we get to the classical. Who runs in first? Technically speaking, you would say it's Witness Gaming because they're trying to take the last point. But BLG, maybe they want to go aggressive. Maybe they want to push back. They're trying to basically keep this first map in contention, and they will be the ones to pop the first ult here as it comes out there. I'm saying ult like it's Overwatch. I'm going to all the other side. Don't worry, I was casting Valorant the other night. Hungry for eggs, Robo, Daz, and this is a nice pop back out here from BLG. Doing the work that's needed in the end there. Any good trades, Witness Gaming, they jumped out of it. Lau, I believe, does survive in the end, though. So they still, the crits are still available for this next fight, so that's going to be quite useful considering they at least pulled Uber out on the other side. They'll probably take mid, though. Cookie getting Daz. That's actually not looking too bad, all things considered now. Robot trying to go in, I should say Sheep, but that's not what they were hoping for there. Take Trev, and again, once again, Witness Gaming. It's just like they get one little sniff of someone just out of position. They get that initial pick, and then it is just destruction from there. Cookie doubles up. They're rushing towards fourth, and this, we could be looking at a couple of last team fights here.
I'll be honest, I think BLG just sending it. Added is just running around the last and lost, trying to find a person to heal, and he obviously finds the soldier spawning up. However, crits add though for the side of WG, so Chris is where they opt to take it. Cookie with the crits here, getting diffuse onto him, and finally getting the frag of the Trev there, so it took a while, and yeah, frags going the way of WG with 3 players getting taken down for the side of BLG here. Lau on fire though, getting tagged incredibly low, and this Pyro is still alive, just holding mouth one, and Uber does get popped out. for the side of BLG, which means WG are legging it and Lao surviving. Still with crits though, and they are just opting to recontest this last point. Very, very clean game, and you can definitely tell how coordinated they are, especially with their like sort of focus fires and obviously collapses. But otherwise, yeah, a really clean game from the side of WG, and yeah, BLG unfortunately just getting cleaned up in just most of those sort of fights. And you see, you're trying to hold on, and the next minute you see, 5 WG players just running sort of at you, and you saw in Sheep, he's getting run at sniper, and you see 4 players just coming onto him, and it's like, uh-oh, what do. But yeah, really, really well played by WG, and you can definitely tell like why they are our #1 team in Australia, and especially how coordinated they are, especially with their pushes, and just as well, like you saw Lao just his survivability on these mid fights and how chaotic they were. BLG at some point were just sort of sending it basically at Lao almost, by the looks of things.
Yeah, it really was. I feel like Lao was just fantastic use of the mid there. I mean, Aten did all they could, trying to keep the rest of their team up. It's just no one really quite got going. I mean, Hungry Freg's 29 score was basically the best one on the other side. The difference, I feel like, it definitely came down to those scouts. Cookie and Silvo were absolutely just destroying with the combinations they had, and that can be the difference sometimes when you're just hitting those shots as scout. And that's the thing. I don't think that BLG were missing too many of the shots there that they had. You had Hungry, you had Trev, but it's just those 1 or 2 you miss, and the punishment from someone like Lau, someone like Silvio is immense, because they know what they need to do. Their aim is locked in, and well, I was expecting a little bit closer in essence. Didn't quite come in that regard. Now the stats up as well. For look at a few numbers. That's chart. Any accountants
looking at them now. I mean, one thing to note is Cookie having a 25 kills. He's doing obviously most kills in the server. Having a really, really good game. Obviously 5-0. There was a few moments where it was stalemate, but unfortunately, I think WG just had most control. Even though Connor 9-13, he was just making so much space and just causing just fading away on mids, and then obviously and Cookie just sort of collapsing. Like BLG set it on mids, which just weren't making it out of sort of area, or just not committing to where they're pushing, and they're all sort of clunched up, clunched up in one spot, and then Enrif drop one sticky, drop one roller, God knows how much damage, and then they're just sort of following up on it. I mean, then again, side of BLG, again, not ideal sort of performances. Most plays, I feel like it's just unfortunate. Not hitting your shots, basically, and again, versus your #1, 2 team. I think Trev had a bit of a rough game on the flank there. But yeah, I mean, look, both even Sheep and Takian trying to do what they sort of can. You saw in those mids where they were fading away, but at some point I feel like, they're sort of sending it. And again, Enrif, having a really... Obviously, kills-wise between them, it's not too much. However, though, Enrif was having a really good day when he's doing 456 damage, and he was hitting some really nice stickies and pipes.
And it doesn't the kills to that point, because it's just that damage that allows the assist to come in, because then you have this Cookie and Silvio can just back up from that, because they know most of the players they're going to fights with have already been hit with a pipe or a sticky, and they've just basically at that half makes it incredibly difficult to stay in those fights. Because I mean, the 13-12 damage was up there, at least close behind Silvio, and as you said, Trev was a little bit off, didn't really have the opportunities.
No,
it's a hard one.
Yeah, and obviously you got the side as well. Mid fights in general, WG obviously very clean, and even with the kills as well, 48 kills in total for the side of BLG and 74 on the side of WG. I guess shows how dominant they are. With meds as well, pretty even action, despite how chaotic it was. Aten obviously just 10,000 short. But yeah, I think it was pretty even all around with the medics. But then when you look at just Lau's general average time to build 51 seconds, that is incredibly quick compared to Aten's 67 seconds. And average time using as well, not too much a difference, but 30 seconds, he's milking it a lot. But then again, Lau's survivability is what makes him, one of the sort of best medics in our region. He obviously has some really nice surfs, but not much really else to be said. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add on to that, Has.
Yeah, I mean, it was just with the med ones there. I mean, 12 seconds, it doesn't sound like a lot, but That is literally pretty much the space of an entire Uber difference
Yeah.
between like being able to take those fights, and you could give like a little bit of leeway in the sense that you're not getting as much opportunity. Your teammates aren't dealing as much damage, or you're not being able to stay alive as long.
Yeah.
So you have to play more defensive. You're not really getting that Uber charge in the fights as much. Makes it a lot more difficult, but at the same time, as you say, like Lau is again, and this team is the best in our region. They're going to LAN, or they've been the best on LAN in Australia, and they're going over to America for a reason, because they are very gifted at this game, and they definitely showed it in map 1. I mean, BLG, look, there was looks, there was opportunities, but overall, it does feel like you are playing that scrim team versus pug team, and at the end of the day, the scrim team will come out.
I mean, you can tell at one point BLG near the end of a game they were just sort of sending it. Like you could tell that it was sort of over. I mean, I saw Atten sort of lost on that last point, trying to find someone to heal, and obviously someone did spawn in time just for him to heal, and he did get an Uber in the end. But overall, really clean game by WG. Obviously, one mid was a bit scrappy, but obviously a win to win on the mid, and they clean up. However, though, onto Sunshine, new map. Again, I guess prediction-wise, do you see WG again sort of cleaning this out compared to what we saw in Process? Personally, I see that happening. But then obviously can't count out BLG. Who knows? They could upset, but I think I'll have to say honestly again, WG, I think will probably just have to take Sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said 5-3. I was kind of hoping, you go off the seeding, you think, it's going to be a little bit closer than what we expected. But, yeah, no, I do find it difficult to see BLG getting this one done here. Perhaps you've got a little more chance to, you're looking at 5-1, 5-2, but, yeah, Witness Gaming, they are just that one step above, and unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be sleeping on the job here. But we're going to go to a quick break, guys. When we return, our second map of the evening, it's Witness Gaming BLG, a 1 and 2 seed. We've got Witness Gaming in the lead. Can they convert the 2-0, or can BLG pull this one back? We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. You thought you could take an extended piss break? No.
Back.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Well, Ghost is an extreme pisser. He knows how to get that thing out very quickly. So that means we're straight back into this mid fight here. And we're over with these stickies over on the left side. Can Witness Gaming put this one all together? In fact, they're already up 5-0 according to our screen at the moment. That is just maybe that's just a prediction score we've got there. Cookie's actually going to find the first, but Daz and Trevor, the trades back beautifully combined there. Down is going to get on towards a 10, and Robar, do say Sheep. Remember that one. Put it together, Harry. And that is going to be the fill on towards Kono there. They're actually looking like they'll take this mid fight. Again, it is the Meds still sticking around. They don't want to quite give this one up just yet with this gaming. Sylvia jumping back on, and now Sheep needs to try and land these two ones together. Oh, the Uber, the fall down. If you're going to dive, it may as well be on your own turns. And in the end, Witness Gaming, they switch it back across just before anything can be done. Daz possibly thinking jumping back in. I don't think it's going to happen. Witness Gaming, they take another mid-fight victory.
Yeah, Daz causing a bit of mischief behind. They're obviously catching off Cookie, and he's still stuck behind. Not ideal, though. Having a demo stuck behind just basically means you're down to player, and Daz still staying alive. Does take down Kono in the process. And we do see a trade come out there, and Atten getting tagged incredibly low. Does manage to somehow just live here. And, yeah, WG actually getting forced out here. And Daz finally getting taken down, though. However, Addo on the side of, on the side of WG, and I say that, though, Lau having getting forced back, and he's getting tagged incredibly low, does have to get back here. And Sheep going in, does manage to catch down Lau, though.
That's a lovely jump in there from Sheep. Sacrifice, well worth it, and that is the med drop. Cookie looking like they want to try and return the favour themselves, getting up high, chasing down. They might even get the opportunity, and they do as well. A 10's dropped. Oh, dear Lord, BLG. They just cannot catch a break at the moment. Everything they do, it's basically Witness Gaming saying, I could do better. They retake back into towards mid-side. Yeah. All back and forth to start this one. Crazy scenes across the board. But now, they're looking to try and really get home this advantage of what they initially took here with this gaming. As BLG is forced back away, and this is where they're going to be a little behind with med advantage as well. Not a huge amount, but still works against them a little.
Yeah, I mean, again, very back and forth to start off this game, which is definitely what we want to see coming out, obviously, from BLG. However, though, Uberad, on the side of WG, so obviously grinding and going to play this, it's going to have to Atten if he's building, which Yeah, he's also hungry. So hungry is grinding. They could get for the post, however, though BLG need to start making a move, and which looks like the call is this left side of lobby here. Lau now coming in with the Uber, and the Uber has been popped out from the side of BLG though. Bombing into this left side though. Centrigun does get spot the hungry, and she both get taken down, and just cleaning up frags. Centrigun gets taken out of the process as well. And yeah, this should be around for the side of WG. A little bit of resistance though coming out from the side of BLG, and Uber does get popped out, and unfortunately not in the nick of time, and 1-0 start in WG's favor.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth there around the mid side. We saw some flanks, we saw some mid drops, we saw basically everything you'd like to see from both squads. But in the end, it's sort of what we've seen from the first map. But Witness Gaming, after the chaos, the dust has settled. They're able to lock in from there, and they will take a 1-0 lead now as BLG. They're still searching for their first round so far in this series, and we were saying that both teams are probably going to be, still, well, both came in without having lost one. Witness Gaming have still not lost one here, but maybe things might turn around on this side as Hungry for Eggs, the double following up with Trev as well. The scouts on BLG doing the work, Sheep as well, and Cookie is all that remains. Could maybe do some damage if he stucks around and maybe gets a kill, but Hungry for Eggs ends up with the 3k in towards mid. Beautifully done. They go out to retrieve themselves some medical supplies, packs all together, and they take mid. BLG. Can they work something off this here as the rest of their teammates all start to come together?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much dead even Ubers, and yeah, BLG obviously getting this mid and really almost clean, obviously losing Atten not ideal, however though, getting the mid fight is what that matters, and it is even Ubers though. Tackling deals to get taken down, and unfortunately though, they can't actually cap that second point, so they are forced back onto mid here. As I said, WG getting actually a lot of ground speaking, which just muscling their way through that choke. Lau getting tagged down incredibly low though, so has to be careful with his HP. Atten actually is on crits though, so this could catch WG off guard. However, I feel like Lau must have spotted it because he obviously using that Solemn Bell, so he's able to see what Medigun, the side of BLG are on, and Atten now with the crits, and Hungry just gets deleted.
Oh boy, well that's not exactly how they wanted things to come together. They almost actually drop, and realistically, that's not a bad Uber force in the end. Daz is all by themselves, and it was also the sticky trap laying in waiting. Go forth, son! Go and take a look for the melee kill. You love to say it doesn't quite work out, but hey, you got to have a go at it because
Connor was aiming for the air shot, and like BLG. WG, really, really nice survivability about Lau, obviously forcing in the end. However, though, it has come off better, though, for the side of WG. Lau with that 50 ad now, basically, and just check Atten, Atten back on the Uber. However, though, pretty much fully brad for the side of WG here down, just keeping an eye on that corkscrew sort of area, and waiting for this Uber to come out for the side of WG here, and it looks like we are about to see some presence here in this top right sort of area, and they do spot the Pyro. So Pyro playing left side here, so the question is, I think they are... Yeah, so Uber does come out from top red, sorry, and end up getting bombed and does take down the sentry gun there, and nice damage though onto Daz there, locking out that left spawn. Post now on this left side here. Lau getting taken out incredibly low, does manage to survive, and back up there, and Hungry with the flank Pyro does take out that, actually gets actually a lot of damage, and they forget about the Pyro, and that actually wins the... Manages to hold that last point from the side of BLG. Everyone getting wiped for the side of WG. Sorry, however, though, the spawn for Atten not working in favor with Lau already up and already with pretty much 15 ad, respectively.
Yeah, and then more going to go back in there. They didn't particularly get that last one because they just didn't get damage off the Uber going in. They kept everyone around the spawn, didn't work out from there, but down Silvio, the trades ahead as though Daz does find Connor at the very least, but now this is where that Uber ad is going to be coming into fruition here. You'd imagine here for Witness Gaming, even if you're short the one, you may as well try and get in for this close one here. Trevor on the flank behind, looking for try something here. He's hungry for eggs. Oh, he's got this decent bomb here, looking for the Uber. The med drop is there, hungry for eggs. Massive stuff. That is going to stop Witness Gaming in their tracks. They're still finding a few kills from Silvio, who's still staying on the point, almost pulling off what could have been enough there. Connor now, he's basically left in the 1-1 with Daz, and he's going to turn it around. Connor finds it again. It's the second time he's won a 1v1 battle. To be fair, the last one was against Ahmed, this time against the demo. And Witness Gaming, they do take the second one there. BLG, they would have thought they'd just done enough to hold out. Not to be,
It's coming
though.
down to the wire as well, even with the Lao drop as well. Lao obviously dying with that full Uber. However, though, unfortunately, there's nothing going the way of BLG so far. And then we see a fast and aggressive bomb, though, come out from them. And Tachyon Robots getting taken down immediately. And that's both soldiers down for the side of BLG. And I think this is a bye-bye, see you later. We're leaving mid here with... Oh, Lao actually getting taken down. Adding getting taken incredible and does get taken down in the process as well. However, yeah. Really, really nice mid from the side of WG. Unfortunately, though, losing their medic, not ideal. However, both meds, though, should be coming up at the same time here. So it is going to be sort of dead even for these Ubers, unless WG want to play Munchad, which is like 10%, 50% Uber ad, basically. And again, very chaotic here. And yeah, frags going in both ways here. However, yeah, WG securing the mid and obviously waiting for Lao to come and start getting Uber.
Put that one together, and BLG, they managed to actually delay this pretty nicely. The trades basically left it down the 4v4, and I think Connor, he's managed to just get out, and then Silvio jumping on in is going to fill it up with the double there. Connor and down as well, hitting the shots where required, and they just can't quite find anything at the moment as Take Elise gets down, but it's not happening right there. Cookie and Silvio doing the damage once again. And, Enrith, they might just go straight for this if they get the opportunity. They're going to be thinking about at least getting these stickies back towards the door side. Almost finding them walking out there. Now left sort of out in the open. They're not going to quite take this initial one, but Silvio's jumped in as well. Hungry for Eggs does get that trade back across. But now the problem becomes, is that Uber ad. It's going to be really looking nicely for Witness Game, but they are still a little bit away. Need to group back up here, and if they I was about to say, if they can keep most of them together, they might be all right. And Take with the double, him and Sheep doing the damage. Lovely stuff from Sheep as well. They want to chase down this med now and really get an advantage of their own side here for BLG as they retake back out in towards the stars there. Daz, he comes in, hits them double, and almost dropping the med as well. Doesn't quite come through. Still looking pretty decent for BLG. They are really trying to go for them.
Jesus Christ!
Went against them there. Oh dear.
This is what happens when you send players in one by one, I feel like. It's like the CS thing, you know, you're picking all one by one, they're sending in one by one people into Cafe. They're unfortunately catching Albo, but with no success. And Ubers, though, coming up shortly for both sides here. Lao coming with Uber now, and should get the same, so we could see an Uber trade on last here, possibly. However, looking to try force out Alan is to go here, down, getting taken down the predator, and Alan does manage to having to force out Uber, and WG will take it, and they do lose 3 in the process. Not ideal. However, though, I think they are looking to send it with both scouts. I was about to say, picking it down, it becomes a Silvo solo, which unfortunately not much can be done by that. And Lau getting chased down by Trev here, and Trev does take him down.
Yeah, that's nice from Trev. They really wanted to try that one in with the scout, and Trev goes in around the flank. They have to try to turn around, face towards the point, and unfortunately that is not going to work out there for Witness Gaming. But once again, Cookie opening up an opener here on Hungry for Eggs. Daz able to trade onto Connor. Well, I guess they trade each other essentially. And once again, you feel like BLG, they've got this one together. But their Cookie's in behind here. And, I wouldn't put it past them to take down, a couple of them where they all got 4 together. But once this time around, it does seem like BLG have managed to hold things together. At 10, though, that is the med drop. And now Lau, they might be in trouble themselves. And Sheep jumping on in. Beautiful. So no meds. And now this actually might fall in favour of BLG. They've got the better spawns. They've got the better player groupings together. But Connor getting on towards Trev. It's left towards Take as they're trying to hold this towards mid. And they take it back. Again, trades back and forth. The Market Gardener comes out. It can't deliver. Witness Gaming, they will not give up mid. They refuse to.
It's just very chaotic, back and forth. Well, Atom getting a bit dangerous there. Does get taken in a crowd, but does get a pack, so he does manage to live, and Ubers are equalizing. Yeah, both teams are just sending it, and it's actually very scrappy. I was going to mention, like, both players just sort of sending it, just doing whatever. It's getting so chaotic. Med's up, and the next bit, your med's dead in like probably 2 seconds, and it's actually quite back and forth this game, surprisingly. So WG not having sort of full control here now, obviously spotting these bombs, respecting it now, and obviously leaving that mid-fight and back onto second here. But one thing to note as well, I feel like, is Trev, he's just running out. He's just doing whatever he wants, feeling, just freedom, doing sort of what he wants. It's actually sort of working, just managed to get picks onto Lau, or just, an unexpected play, not expecting him to be running behind or something.
after they struggled in that first match as well, it's really nice to see as a 10 going to be dropping that Uber down on towards his 4th point here. And finally, Witness Gaming, they really are on the back foot. The problem is the Uber did not find a single being, and Connor will find eggs there. But then here comes Sheep. He almost finds the double up, still managing to get a couple there. Take again, and Daz putting it together. Down now left in a really awkward position. Left in this side here. Daz again, the sticky's coming on out. The damage being done, but down with a double. Daz, they continue this fight over towards the right side. They want to put this one together. And Ted just goes, yeah, you know what? I know I'm supposed to be just with my demo here, but let me just peek around the corner right into the enemy spawn. Because, yeah, why not? Yeah, take those fights. Crazy. We love crazy beds.
Down living. 3 HP, almost getting out of my Adam, but this is it's you can tell by the pug style now that BLG is sort of taking out, especially with Trev sort of playing. And again, we see Sheep going in, Sheep coming in, nice rocket onto Cookie there, and Sheep does get taken down. However, though, clean up though from the side of WG, managed to take out 4 players on the side of BLG. Atten managed to live on 30 HP, trying to stay with Trev here, and yeah, they are. It looks like actually going. They want to go for a bit of a funny play here onto mid, which is the call actually. So again, Pug's the playstyle. They want to send it. Atten using the Uber though. Can he get any frags with it? They are sending it. It's not. Soldier's in. Everyone's in. Oh, it gets out!
Sheep, my boy, you've just found yourself on the highlight reel. A market gunner comes in, Trev and Take, but then Cookie and Silver, the trades back. So with this gaming, while they do lose the med, it looks like, oh, it's almost seeing the tendency just staying alive, but not for too much longer. Drop down. And while it is a beautiful market gardener, it won't be enough to switch things around. Witness Gaming to back out in towards mid. They will retake this one. This third game has now been going on for what seems an eternity. We're up to over 10 minutes. It's only 3 minutes left of the game clock here.
No, Hungry on Pyro, nice detonator shot, and he's spamming these detonator flares. And now Pyro's, just reflecting stuff. He's going to sit there, and this is now getting this is getting quite chaotic. Obviously, you can see a Pyro sometimes coming for the second. Actually, it is kind of okay, but obviously not extending onto the point. So playing here is not the end of the world. And Hungry's still staying on Pyro. Now he's just going to send it. Can he get any frags at all? And unfortunately, just get taken down in the process. And Lau with full Uber right now. So can Lau stay alive? Again, this has been such a puggy sort of game, obviously, with how BLG are playing it. And yeah, now full sending it.
Oh, Daz, he's got absolutely no clue that they were pushing through that quickly. Cookie does the kills. Lau's, they're holding around points. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, there for BLG. And well, they fought massively. They really want to find a rounds here. Doesn't quite work out in the end, unfortunately. We sit at 3-0 with 3:28.
That's almost this trap. I saw Lau turn around, sees 8 stickies, but the nerve to not pop there. Oh my god. I mean, at least he doesn't die, and obviously, yeah, the round conversion is there. And Enrif.
Oh, do it again! Sheep!
Never mind.
You cheeky devil, 2 in the space of 1 game. You have to stop that. Look, they might not be getting rounds, but when the Pug team comes to get it beautifully, it does the job. It switched to the quick fix as well. Oh, boy. They are finding some picks, but once again, Witness Gaming.
Connor gets smacked.
Oh, yes. He's been absolutely whacked. Oh, it's just beautiful. The melee's all around, doing the work. Get in again, Sheep. No, you've stopped him, Silvo.
Sheep's just sending it, and obviously that's what worked onto Enrif there. Enrif actually coming into mid quite healthy as well. Obviously Daz getting taken down incredibly low there, but however though, again, mid win and full Uber for the side of WG. Silver getting taken down though by a trap by Daz, and Hungry back onto the Pyro, peeking bats here. I think he sees the sickies there. He can get a bit of detonator damage. Does spot the combo, does. And Uber does get popped out from the side of WG, taking out, pushing through that left side there. Bragg, so Daz getting taken down, President Collar, Preshow in his top right, both soldiers sitting here, and Hungry staying on the Pyro, trying to deny much of that point, so they capture if they do choose it. And Lau getting taken down though. However, though, frags are actually going in the way of WG still, surprisingly, even though losing the med, and Connor trying to go for an edge off there. Tachyon taking down Connor, and Enrif actually standing still, and Tachyon clutching up there in the end. Tachyon 3k. Yeah, really, really nice clutch by the side of BLG. And yeah, WG unfortunately not closing, and Tachyon sending it again, trying to get Lau, and unfortunately does get taken down the process. Very, very back and forth game.
Close for it as well. With that one done, and I don't think Sheep's going to want to hang around too long, and then Eggs needs to get right out of there very quickly, but he just does not have the opportunity. Witness Gaming, where they go hunting, it's in packs, and they are able to just decimate any stragglers, although coming from the other side there, Lau was almost in trouble, but then a 10 Trev, oh boy, I think we might be ending this one right about here, and it will be a nice little rocket to at least delay for a second, but not enough there. It's Witness Gaming up to 4.
It's so funny watching. I mean, despite the scoreline, it's actually. I feel like this map specifically is a lot more back and forth, especially the way BLG are playing now, just sort of not respecting them and just sort of sending it, especially Sheep and Tachyon. Obviously, it wouldn't surprise me again if we do see another fast play onto Enderf here, who's through choke and doesn't spot anything fast yet. Does he see a Ferrari come out being Sheep through choke? No, that is not the case there, and we do see a normal mid.
Yes, it looks like they'll just be these fights. And look, if you're in this game, I think you'd rather be having these fights when it just comes to a normal little bit of battling in towards this mid side. But Tachyon, the dive in, finds Silvo. Again, it's not really quite enough here for BLG. A couple little picks here and there, but they are starting to really roll on now. They just need the one final point here to close this series out in a 5-0 action. Yeah, that's not really much of a worry. When's that ever done?
Yeah, they can take their sweet time now. They can just cap. They can spot off class everyone. However, though, Trev now on the sniper, obviously going for this corkscrew push. So they do use Frudo with the Uber there, and does manage to catch Daz. In the process. However, Connor is getting out. So it is 1-for-1. However, players going down inside of BLG and frags with WG, and that's 5-0 for the side of WG. Overall, very clean game from the side of WG. 2-0 is 2-0. 8 points is 8 points. That's how much you get, by the way. No, 4 points. Sorry. Is how much you get for both map wins. But yeah, a bit more back and forth though, and you can tell BLG playing sort of in how they also want to play and their sort of style with Sheep and obviously Tachyon sort of just sending it with those market gardeners. But overall, I think yeah, really, really good game from WG, and yeah, overall. Yeah, I'd say a clean game from WG, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was some chaos, of course, that we saw from the side of BLG. Unfortunately, it's just not enough in the end. I mean, you've got to have a shout out to Sheep. They had a fantastic game there, including a couple of little dirty market gardeners, which, look, you like to see them. Those are the ones you come. This is what the chat wants. This is what the viewer experience demands. But it's not enough to take them over the line with the wins, and you just see it from there. The damage difference, not enormous in a lot of the areas, but it's just enough. It's just that step above where you just don't have that opportunity on the other side there. Yeah. For
even
BLG.
with the mid fights as well, like BLG actually get one, so it wasn't actually a complete steamroll, but the kill difference though, 114 to 83. Like when you look at the plays, though, Silvo and Cookie, obviously Cookie at 27, but both pretty much, Silvo at 30, but Cookie almost at 30 frags, having a field day just running in, cleaning up these soldiers who were just, sending it for Lau. Obviously Lau getting taken down, not ideal. However, though, with your scouts able to just sort of clean up and kill them. Obviously, Down and Connor as well having a really, really good game, but Sheep as well, 21 for 21, obviously sending with those market gardeners, just doing what he can. I feel like Trev had a better game, despite going 15 for 20, and Hungry as well 15 for 21. I mean, I think they had better game than Process, definitely. Trev, I feel like he was a lot more free, and I feel like he sort of had that pressure off the shoulders. He's just sort of sending it, and he's able to just, go for these sort of random one-on-one deals, and I feel like his DM is definitely there, and obviously warming up into the game, I feel like he was able to take on these fights against some of these players on the side of WG. Even in the med department as well, despite how, back and forth Atten dying 15 times doesn't really help, but overall, GG, very convincing game from WG, and I guess sort of what everyone expected, being the scoreline 5-0, 5-0, possibly, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me, but again, I think some people expected maybe 1 or 2 rounds from the side of BLG. But overall, commiserations to BLG, and obviously, yeah, WG with that 2-0 win, very clean. But I don't think it should affect BLG as much, though, coming into the rest of the season.
No, I mean, I think they still showed enough tonight that they've got a very strong squad. I mean, look, they were second overall for a reason, and I think that they were able to show that as we get some more stats. In fact, we've got the mid comparison. So
you can look at the difference.
Yeah, this is the difference. So if you want to make fun of either, then this is where you can do it, guys. Look over both of these ones here, and you can see it as well. The average time to build, actually, for that map, pretty even, 57 seconds to 55. So
yeah,
10 actually brought that back pretty nicely. The average Jubilant sitting about the ones as well. The average time before using, now that was a 10. They went quick, 3 seconds, bang, straight in. Didn't even think second thought. You can see, a bit more tactical. They think, maybe hold it for a little bit longer here. Wait until we get a little drop on this side before we get a bit more before pushing in. And deaths within 20 seconds after Falau was actually at 4, which I guess could probably show they were being very aggressive with it, maybe.
Yeah.
But a 10, only the 1. So I'd say it's a net positive for a 10 there. That's a big green tick over on that side. And look, the spread appeals also fantastic. But that is the end result, 5,458. Not too bad at all there.
Depending, how scrappy that game was, it doesn't surprise me that that's your hill stats on your screen there. But yeah, I agree with what you said there. Obviously, again, it is a bit more even, but then again, how puggy and how back and forth that game was, and how BLG were playing, it doesn't surprise me that it is like that. Now, obviously, out healing Atten basically completely. But yeah, and obviously we are getting some info from our lovely producer. I don't know, Haz, if you're reading what I'm reading in chat.
I am, yes. So, guys, unfortunately, there is no interview this evening. I know everyone wanted the big interview, but unfortunately, the big interview is not happening. But I'm sure there'll be more, and in fact, there will be. Because Sunday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, we have the LAN Down Under 2025 qualifiers. You can check TFTV for more info on that one. From what I've been told from it, it's like HLTV, but for TF2. So if you know what HLTV is, which I do, but if you don't, it's like TF2, but for TF2, TF2 TV, 8 p.m. AEDT, LAN Down Under 2025 qualifiers on the Sunday. There will be some classic ones there. I mean, we already had a fantastic LAN, what seems just a moment of weeks ago, but it really was over a month already. And that was a fantastic watch. I had an opportunity to cast one of those games as well from here in Melbourne. Maybe I'll pop down to the LAN Down Under 2025 LAN when it's around. Because I think it's in Melbourne. I'm not actually
It's in Melbourne.
It's in Melbourne. Well, I could just walk down and insult you all in person for your skills on the caster's desk, which is, of course, what casters are meant to do. But guys, I've had fun. I think we've seen some good plays, good skill, and just all had a good time. Why? Do you want to send us off into the evening? Do we have any people to
obviously, good welcome back game after a nice 2-month holiday from China, and arriving back in straight
back into the swing of things.
Straight back into it. Again, get back on the grind, get on the hustle. Obviously, we mentioned earlier, Sunday 8 p.m. we got LAN Down Under qualifiers happening for LAN, which is happening in Melbourne. But yeah, obviously thank you to Mitch for producing, and obviously with the current time frame, the production issues out, but obviously good job. Obviously congrats to both
they
teams,
broke
and
10
congrats
so I reckon he's just been playing them, mate. I reckon it'd be the easiest thing to do. Just, press a couple of buttons. Like, he's been
obviously
enough, surely.
Yeah. Congrats to WG for the victory 2-0, and commiserations to BLG. I don't know if you have any. Do you have anything else you want to add, Haz? Otherwise, we'll close it up.
No, not really. I think this is technically my first ozfortress stream, so thank you for being here, guys, for making it an enjoyable experience. Mitch for making things was interesting. This is how usually things go with production and all that. I come in for my first cast, everything breaks. I think that is a really good sign, actually, of things to come. But hope everyone enjoyed, guys. Again, 8 p.m. on Sunday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We have the LAN Down Under 2025 qualifiers. TFT TV for all your information. We will see you then. We're off for the evening. Enjoy your weekends, and we will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.